Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is not going to be a normal repaint. Today I'm going to be reboxing this ShadowHigh doll. This is Shanelle Onyx. I am a doll collector as well as a doll customizer, and I'm an inbox collector. So if I don't like the doll's box, it's really hard for me to collect the dolls. So today I'm going to be reboxing her after I give her a little bit of a makeover because I like her second outfit way better than her first one. And I feel like her long hair looks really nice, but it needs to be straight and not in a ponytail. So here I am just delicately trying to unbox her without tearing any of the packaging so I can put her back in later. This part is always a little bit nerve-wracking to me because I don't know how many tapes and inserts there are, but I just go in very slowly with an X-Acto knife and slowly start to, pry it open. Once I've got the back of the box open, I'm going to start pulling out all of the inserts. With ShadowHigh and RainbowHigh dolls, they normally just come with a doll stand, their second outfit, and a little insert from NGA. Once I've gotten the second outfit out of the main box, I have to take them out of their respective smaller boxes. I'm not sure if I want to use the smaller boxes for the first outfit. I know it's not going to fit properly, so I'm probably going to change the size of the original box and just leave these inserts out. They come with little plastic mannequins to house the second outfit. This is her skirt. Here is the second top. This one's missing a little silver rhinestone. And her jacket. Her jacket came out with a couple of loose strands that I will trim up later. Once I have her second outfit ready, I am going to take out Shanelle. She is very pretty. I am upset with my doll a little bit because she has this white mark on her chin. I will fix that with a watercolor pencil later. Now to unbox her and take off her dress. Normally with dolls that I rebox, I can pretty much keep her in her original box, but this one is going to be more challenging. Here I'm taking my little thread scissors and I'm cutting all of the plastic inserts and elastics keeping her in place. She has some around her feet, around her waist, attached to the back of her head, and keeping her ponytail in place. Now, in my opinion, I think Shanelle has very beautiful hair, and I don't think the ponytail does it justice. So I'm going to be taking it out. The ponytail left it very stiff and wiry, and she is shedding a lot, so I will do a simple boil wash bath. I will take some fabric softener and put that in with the hot water. I'm thinking about taking her hair bow and maybe turning it into a crop top just to cover the missing studs on her shirt. Here I'm just putting up her shoes. I do like the original shoes from the first look opposed to the second shoe, so I will also keep those. So here I am using my fingernails to break up any large clumps of gel or pulling out any loose hair from the rooting process. She has a lot of knots even though the ponytail was straight. My fingers get caught way at the bottom. There's just a lot of gel buildup. So after the hot water bath and fabric softener, her hair is a lot smoother. I can run my fingers through it, no problem. I did give her a little bit of a trim at the bottom of her hair because it was uneven. The hair is not completely dry yet. I don't like to work with a completely dry doll just because I'm not sure what her styling is going to be yet. So right now we're going to fix the marking on the bottom of her chin. I'm not going to use acetone because I feel like the acetone is going to mess with the finish of her face. So I'm just going to take a watercolor pencil in black. I use the Durant watercolor pencils, black 67 in ivory, and I'll just cover that up really quickly. Now to dress her in her second outfit. I do think her outfit is a lot cuter than her first one. Like I said, my doll does come with a couple of manufacturing errors, like the stud missing on her chest. Her houndstooth skirt went on pretty easily, no problems there. It is very form-fitting, which I like. To cover up the missing stud, I'm going to use the bow from her hair. I'm going to slide it over her hips and then just do 2 overhand knots in the back, and I put on her jacket and she's ready to start reboxing. Once she is completely dressed, I will start reboxing. For reboxing, I normally use a 24 to a 28 gauge wire. This is a 28 gauge purple wire. It's just craft wire that you can find in any jewelry section in any craft store. I'm going to be using all of the pre-existing holes from the elastics that I cut earlier. It is a little hard to get them through, so I recommend using pliers and tweezers to help move the wire around. I can move my hand underneath the box, but I don't want to completely take out the tape from the back. That would make it easier, but it's also a longer process of reboxing. So I do take a couple of shortcuts. I just do a couple of loose twists to make sure the wire stays in place when I move to the next one. Here I am using my tweezers to pull it out, and once I have everything wired, I can start to position the doll in place. I normally use a static pose from the original boxing. It's just I have to cover up where her ponytail and the excess plastic is, which is no problem because she has so much hair. For each of the wires, I cut way more wire than what I needed, so I have ample room to start twisting the wires together and tuck in the excess behind the doll. I'm doing it underneath her belt. I do wish I had black wire, but all I had on hand was this dark purple, but it blends in pretty seamlessly, no problem. I'm just tucking it under the ShadowHigh belt and then making sure that her hair falls in the position that I want. Her hair is still damp, so it is pretty easy to work with. I am going to tuck it behind her hands before I put them into the pre-existing plastic hand holders, and then adjusting the pose from there. This process does not take a long time. I think this entire process maybe took me 2 hours, just because I had to reset the hair, but I do like taking the time to rebox the dolls in ways that would fit my collection. I do think that ShadowHigh and RainbowHigh dolls are very, very pretty. I just don't like the boxes that much, and I don't like the excess plastics and paper, but I do try to save as much of the original box as I can. Here I am just twisting the extra wire behind the shoe, just so if I need to take her out of the box again, it is very easy to access later. Once she's all dressed and ready to be put back in her box, I will slowly start the process of doing that. I'm not sure still how I'm going to consolidate her box, but what I'm going to do is start just by the original manufacturing closing. I normally just use regular packing tape to close the doll. I am looking for a better alternative because the packing tape does pick up my fingerprints quite a lot, and I do not like that. But for right now, this is all I have. Once she is secure in her box, I am going to start cutting off the extra cardboard. I am not going to be displaying her first outfit just because it is on all of the official artwork and all of the official photos, so I know what it looks like and I don't need to display that. First, I'm going to cut off her handle piece just because I will be putting her on the shelf, so I will not be using her handle. Then I'm going in with the X-Acto knife and cutting out the front of the display, and then cutting down the sides as well. The sides are going to be folded in, so I'm not cutting off the back panel just yet. I am keeping the other half of the inserts. I'm going to fold that in to the top of the box so it has just a little bit more support. Once all the excess cardboard is gone, I'm going to start trimming and warping the box so that it will lay flat and look a little bit more professional. With warping, I don't want that much hard creasing because the box is very curved and rounded. So I am just doing very light presses, and then I am curving the ends and the corners. I'm going to trim up just the rest of this tail here and then start hot gluing. I know the original manufacturer did not need hot glue to keep it in place, but again, this is my reboxing, and this is just how I think will work best for my display. I do have this excess flap here on the side. I am going to cut that off with an X-Acto knife after I've taped the last sides in place. With my X-Acto knife, I'm going in and I'm going to score all of the excess cardboard. This does cut the back art a little bit, but I'm not too upset about it. Like I said, I don't really like her first outfit, and that is what is displayed on the back. With my X-Acto knife, I'm just trimming up the end. You can use a nail file to file down any rough edges or rough cut marks. But I had got a pretty clean cut, so I didn't feel like I needed to do that. And here is her in her box. I do need to clean up the box with a little bit of Windex and a wet rag in a little bit, but right now I'm going to add the finishing touches. So for all of the RainbowHigh and ShadowHigh dolls, I do believe that they come with this little symbol that has their name and what they study. So Chanel is a fashion designer, and so this little emblem I thought was really cute, and I did want to include it on the box. I'm kind of figuring out what I want to place it or display it, have it on the side or above her head. I do believe that for the future dolls that I will rebox, because I am going to be reboxing more, they will all be in the same spot, just because I think this is the best place to display it. I am going to keep her QR code. I'm going to attach it to the bottom of the box. The QR code takes you to a website that shows you all about the different students. I am new to ShadowHigh and RainbowHigh. This is actually my first doll from either of the lines, and I just really wanted to make sure I had all of the information on the dolls for the future. Once I have this glued in place, we're all done. And this is the final look. I am absolutely in love with the way that she turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like I said, I am an in-box collector, and this just made the most sense for my collection. The original box was just a little too big and took up a little too much space, but I think this design is a little bit nicer. have about 3 more dolls in this collection that I'm looking to rebox, and let me know in the future if you want to see that. Thanks for watching. Bye.